So what do you do when you have tons of eggplant? You make baba ganoush. Let's do it. So I'm on Zoom, right? I'm on Zoom with some friends and their friends who are from Ohio. And their friend mentions baba ganoush. And I'm like, who is that? Wait, baba ganoush is a food? And so we get this story about baba ganoush and how she likes to cook it and how it is the best thing. And so I did some research naturally because this time of the year we have so many eggplants. We have to figure out nice new ways to use them. So baba ganoush it is, and we are making baba ganoush tonight. I've already picked up some tahini. Everything else we practically had already in the cupboard cabinets on the shelves. So there was only a need to pick up some tahini. And even though I had the sesame seeds, I just didn't feel like making the tahini. So we just bought it already made. This recipe calls for 2 pounds of Italian eggplant. But as you know, we're not growing Italian eggplant. We're growing several Thai varieties. And so that's the first adjustment that we're making to this recipe is the type of eggplant. Hoping that this doesn't disturb the recipe too much. Let's go ahead and measure out 2 pounds. Okay. I definitely want to use these green ones because their shelf life is not as strong as those purple ones. So let's see. Oh man, we may be able to use all of them. It's the Leaning Tower of eggplant. Okay, that is 2.2 ounces, and once we take off those calyxes, that should be right on point. So, just found out we're going to be making another adjustment. We're going to be using avocado oil instead of extra virgin olive oil because I don't have any and I didn't realize that when I was at the grocery store earlier. So, I'm just going to get that brushed on to our slices, and then they'll go onto parchment paper and into a 450-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. I was very impressed with how well these turned out. The skin peeled off very easily. So once we got the insides of the eggplant into a bowl, the next step was to put them into a mesh strainer to allow the fluid or water in the eggplant that exists naturally to drain out. This was not an issue for us. Perhaps it was the variety that we chose, which is the Thai varieties. There was no extra fluid to be drained out. So we just moved on to the next step of combining our ingredients, and forgive me, our kids started the weekend a little early, so they were playing music in the background and I didn't want to disturb their little partying. So we have all of our ingredients handy, and we're just going to take them all now and put them into our blender. All of these ingredients paired together so nicely. I was so impressed. Now, the tahini added a nice toasty flavor, but also added to the creaminess of this dip. I absolutely love it. And even our most critical eggplant eater in the house loves it too. So I encourage you, if you've got an abundance of fall eggplant, baba ganoush is a wonderful way to use it. And it's a wonderful way to add a little texture to your flavor profile. From our garden to your table, this is Shena. Have a good one.